So, I had planned on doing some stuff for Halloween. I had various ideas, actually. Uh, One, I was going to build something for a friend of mine that I haven't seen for a while. And I was going to send her it in the mail, and I was going to show the building of it, but I got sidetracked. I was thinking of maybe airing a horror movie and commenting over top of it, potentially having it yanked down mid-transmission for copyright reasons, but I decided not to. There was also some Halloween-y type, model-y type stuff I was going to do, with Legos and stuff, but I don't have any Halloween-y Legos or models to build, really. And I was also going to do, just scary images, but I didn't get around to that. Again, sidetracked. So, other things too I had in mind, but I just didn't get around to it. So, I'm just going to talk about some paranormal shit that went down. Actually, the one that pops into mind is from July. Well, a July, not this July. It came many years ago. Oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm just going to go through my skeleton-y stuff, and, as I ramble on. And this is a mixture of, Kyoto, I think, Devgru or something it's called. These little guys, they had actually come out in a Halloween version, as well as these little military ones, too. And what really sucks is you can get all of the guys on here, except there was a secret, super special glow-in-the-dark one, and unfortunately, he's like hundreds of dollars, so hell with that. These guys were expensive enough, but for gashapon out of a Japanese gumball machine, these are incredibly well-jointed. Very beautiful. Anyway, on to the story, so to speak. Oh yeah, I also have, where are they? I also have these guys. These, re-ment pose skeletons of various sizes and such and colors. This one's glow in the dark, I believe. Anyway, so this was back in, oh god, I don't know, 2008, 2009, 2010. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. You don't belong here. So it was many years ago, and what happened was, I was there, late at night. It was around the 4th of July. And I cannot remember if it was exactly the 4th of July or if it was July 5th. I just know that my wife at the time and this complete boob that was living with us, they got the idea that if it, depending on whether it was the 5th or the 4th, I don't know. But they said, hey, it's late at night. The fireworks tent up at Walmart must certainly have their stuff discounted. And I'm like, I don't think it works like that. I think they just pack it away and sell it the next year. And they're like, no, it's got to be cheaper. Let's go there. And I'm, here it is, like, it's almost midnight. And I'm just like, I really don't want to be driving out just for no reason like that. Because, oh boy, that's an error, isn't it? Shit. And, they're insistent. Both of them are insistent. And I'm like, god damn it. So off we go. I drive up to Walmart with these goofballs. And we're coming up to, the turn for Walmart. And I look down, and I'm like, dude, it's like the tent's there, but it's completely black. I go, that's not supposed to be that way. And sure enough, I was correct. Ew, I think the sunglasses on this are from Mega Block's Vampire Girls or something, or Monster High, something like that. Yeah, they just happen to fit this skeleton. But yeah, I come upon the fireworks tent, and it's completely black. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go see what's going on. So I get out, and I go up to it, and I see somebody walking around in the darkness in this tent. And I call out to them, and they come out, and then it's the lady working it. And I'm like, what's going on here? And she's like, well, if you're trying to, buy something off me, I can't really sell you anything right now because I don't have any power now. And, me and the boob that was with us, we're like, well, we can fix it. We can fix anything. God, that really is weird. And it's like, we both walk up the embankment and actually get her generator running again. I forget what the problem was. I think she just needed to put gas in it or hit some starter button on it or something. But anyway, we got it working and she had power again. And keep in mind, this is like midnight. So for the next few hours, holy shit, we're talking to her about shit. And somehow the supernatural comes up, probably me, and, she's telling us stuff that even makes me go, I don't know about that, because, that's the funny thing about the paranormal. It's like you can have weird shit go down, and yet somebody else tells you about theirs, and it's just, like, too wacky, and you're like, that can't be right, that can't be how that happened, and, so she's telling me a story about how she was driving down the road one day, and it's like some person was trying to cut her off and was like actually like doing dangerous things, and she was scared for her life. And I've had that too, but that's a different story. And this person just kept on doing dangerous shit. And when she got up close to it, the person was on a motorcycle, actually. And what happened is she gets up close to it, and the person driving it turns to her, and the way she described it was a demonic-looking face, but almost like a Wolfman kind of looking face. And, at that moment I'm like, okay, I'm talking to a crazy person. But no. I can't be that way because my stories, too, are just fucking crazy as well. For me to sit there and go, oh, she's just stupid, that's not very nice, because, like I said, I could trump her stories with wackiness easily. And, so I was like, that's nice, because, what else am I supposed to do? It's absolutely a preposterous sounding thing. And also, she's religious, so she's going to apply religious things to it, She said it looked kind of like a wolf man, but she also said it looked kind of demonic. Which, it's like, okay, she's religion head. Who knows what she saw. And anyway, it went on for a long time. We were all talking about, supernatural stuff back and forth. And I was, recounting things, a lot of what I've already talked about in videos here. And it's like, keep in mind by now it's like about 3 a.m. And no, don't start that 3 a.m. witching hour shit with me, please. But it's like, it's about 3 a.m. and we're leaving this place. We don't even get maybe a couple hundred yards away from the Walmart, So keep in mind, we're not sleepy. We just got into the fucking van, or, we just got into the vehicle. We're driving away now. Everything's quite alert at this moment, and we're still thinking about what we were just talking about with the lady and stuff. So, we are almost within eyesight of this Walmart. That's how close we are. We just pulled out practically. And we're going down this hill, and there doesn't seem to be anybody else on the road. And, we're coming up upon this plumbing place. And it's brightly lit outside, mind you. There's a street lamp there, and it's quite bright. And as we're getting close to it, I feel weird. I'm feeling weird, and I'm not seeing anything yet, but I have a weird feeling. And around the corner up ahead, like over the hill, there's headlights. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, what's weird about these headlights? And it's like something's just in my head that something's weird. And I look at the other two, and they're just babbling. They're not even, paying attention or anything. It's like she's in the passenger seat, I'm driving, and the goofball is sticking his head out from the back, between the two seats, So, we're all wide awake here, None of us are, falling asleep. We just pulled out. So I see this headlight coming up over the horizon, and some part of my subconscious is trying to tell me something. We're all us, but we're also our subconscious self too. And If you've watched any of my other paranormal videos, you know what I mean by that. And it's like we come closer to this headlight coming towards us, and on instinct, just from something inside me, like just something from inside my mind speaks out, and I go, guys, what's wrong with that motorcycle? I go, is it a motorcycle or is it a car with one light out? And it's not visible quite yet, you know? And they're like, I don't know, I don't see anything wrong. It's just a car, right? And I'm like, I guess so? I'm like, I don't know. I go, what's wrong with it? Why am I looking at it so harshly? You know? And so we get closer, and everybody has pretty much stopped talking about whatever we were talking about. And we get closer still, and my mind is screaming out inside, keep looking at it, don't turn away from it. And, you know, it's almost like I'm having a fight with my subconscious, you know? It's like my subconscious, if it were a person, would be like, tap, 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 tap on my arm, or, you know, or hell, no, it would actually be punching me in the arm. And I'm having a little war with myself. I'm like, what on earth could I possibly be freaking out about? It's just a fucking motorcycle coming this way. Big deal, you know? And it gets closer, and, you know, it's almost like my subconscious got pissed off and decided to just take over, because without even thinking, I just kind of like mumbled out, guys, look at this motorcycle. What's wrong with it? And sure enough, now these two are very intently looking in that direction, because they don't know what the hell I'm talking about, which they pretty much said. And as this motorcycle comes closer to the, what do you call it, to the plumbing place with the bright street lamp coming down, it's like all these little warning bells and whistles start going off in my head. And I'm like, what is wrong here? What is wrong? What is making me scream out? Like what's happening here? And I'm really getting frustrated. And this is all taking place within the moments of a couple seconds. You know, it's not like this is taking minutes and stuff. It's not. It's actually taking place in seconds. But as you know, time is just a matter of perception sometimes. And I'm going cuckoo, like, within these moments. These literal moments, like, what is going wrong? So the motorcycle comes ever closer, and I just put my hand up like this, and I go, guys, look at the motorcycle really hard. You know, so they're both looking at it, and before they even say anything, I go, look at the motorcycle. There's no motorcycle. That is just a headlight. And sure enough, this thing goes underneath the street lamp, and yeah, it's very close to us at this point. I mean, we are within a couple feet of it, mind you. We're about to pass it. It's like I started slowing down as I was coming closer to it, because I knew something was wrong about it. And sure enough, we're almost up to the point where we're going to pass it side by side. It's just a light. It's just a headlight. That's all that's there. It's just a headlight coming our way. And, you know, I'm like, I don't know what I'm seeing here. And it's like, the thing goes like this. It goes under the street lamp, and right before it intersects with us, you know, and it's driving as if it were a headlight, because it's on the correct side of the road, and it is as if it's just an invisible motorcycle. And right before it would be, you know, diagonal with our bumper, it goes boof and shoots off to the left. Its left. And there's nothing on that other side there. There's nothing on that other side except a drop and a town in the distance. Made no sense. Made no sense whatsoever. So I drive a couple more feet, and, you know, we start going into town, and I say to the other two, I'm like, okay. I'm like, anything you guys can tell me? And they're like, man, there was like, I thought it was a motorcycle. And I'm like, me too. And I'm like, but there was no motorcycle. And they're like, yeah, what the hell? And it's like, it's just one more thing that we have unexplained. Oh my god, there's so much crap here. I mean, it really sucks because I really, really wanted to know what it was. And I even went back the next day and I had walked up there on foot. And I took a picture from exactly where it had veered off, and there was nothing there. There was no scorch marks or anything like that. And I mean, I really have to wonder, what the fuck it was. But what's really cool about this story? I mean, there's a few cool things about it. I mean, one, it kind of jives with what the lady was telling us about, her old experience. It's that she saw a motorcycle and saw some weird thing on it. Granted, it was something weirder than what we saw. But, it was a motorcycle. So we shared that part of the story. And then it's like you have the fact that I had the opportunity to slow down to get a damn good look at it. And we did. We saw it very clearly. It was a headlight, but no motorcycle attached to it. And I mean, when I say headlight, I mean I didn't see like a metal rim or anything. I mean, literally, it was just a ball of light. And I've seen ball of lights before. I'll tell you about that in a second, I guess. But it's like, I mean, I don't know what it was. I mean, to this day, I have no idea what it was, even after having seen a whole bunch of other crazy crap. But it's like, so that was cool. I mean, we got a darn good look at it. And to top it off, it was actually passing underneath a street lamp, giving us a very good view of if anything was actually there. So that was verified. And yet one more cool thing is all three of us were present. I was there, she was there, and the boob was there. And we all saw it at the same time and all saw the exact same thing. So once again, you have the verification thing, and that's always a good thing. And what else? There was something else that was good about it too, but I can't remember. Well, I guess one good thing is I don't know what it is. It's nice not knowing what things are, at times. And in this case, I mean, damn. I mean, was it like what a person would call a ghost? I don't think so. Was it what a person would call an entity? I don't know. And here's what really bugs me. Could it be a UFO? Just really low to the ground. Isn't that an interesting concept? I don't know. I mean, it could be. I just really, really have no bloody idea. I mean, it would jive with a UFO. You just have this ball of light zipping around intelligently, seemingly, as it's following the highway perfectly, as if it were a car driving down the road. I mean, damn. I mean, what the hell's going on there? I mean, how crazy is that? Seriously. It was nice. There's like some special re-ment that was done up as a demon. Whoops. There's also a coffin you can buy for this, but unfortunately it's like really expensive because everybody wanted a coffin. But yeah, I mean, was it a UFO? Was it a spirit? Was it some kind of entity of some sort? I have no idea. It was just this really fucked up thing that took place. That's cool. But, who knows? So yeah, that's my 4th of July story here on this Halloween. Oh well, enough of my babbling. Happy Halloween.